Hello, welcome back. I'm just out here in North Georgia, I guess, foothills, just below the mountains. Going to one of my first, I guess, well, this is one of my first favorite motorcycle routes. Found it just exploring. It's like, man, this is a fun road. It's not a great road. Like, it is not well taken care of. Let's see. There's no crazy speeding on it, but it is a fun little curvy road that's pretty close to where I live, pretty close to the house. Also, the first road where I scraped a peg. I've probably scraped maybe 3 pegs, but it's exciting every time you do it. And terrifying, mostly terrifying. And then after, like, oh, I didn't die. Like, it's exciting. Like, oh. I have not scraped a peg on this bike. I've had it, what were we at? 1,869 miles. And it's been peg-free scraping, free of peg scrapes since I've gotten it. I think I've seen that guy before. Looks familiar. Well, not like, I don't know. I think I've seen him. I think we've crossed paths, like just how we did just now before. But okay, so anyway, it's what, late March? I don't know what the date is. And the weather is fantastic. It's a warm 60s, I guess. Broke out the summertime gloves. I've only worn them a couple of times. The weather in the morning, the commute on the way to work is still really cold, so I'm still wearing winter suit, glove liners, winter gloves, all over my motorcycle jacket. But the ride home is springtime, so it's way too warm to be wearing all of that. I usually bring these gloves and I just stick them in the frunk. I bring these gloves, usually still keep the winter gloves on because, you know, early March. So it's how it is in North Georgia. It's still a little pothole there, that's nice. It's still finicky weather. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm taking the liner out of the motorcycle jacket yet. I still got it in right now, but it's coming up on that time. What is happening here? I don't know what to think about that guy just sitting on the corner like that. I'm assuming he's waiting for his ride. If he's still there on the way back, then I'll stop. But it seemed alright. So I want to move on with my day. If he's still there, I'll check on him on the way back. So I don't have much new going on with the bike. I installed the center stand. The gas mileage is sticking pretty solidly around 60. I've noticed when I fill up, it'll drop down to like 50 and just quickly rise back up to 60. I don't know if that's the something to do with how it calculates the gas mileage or something, if something gets reset automatically. Nope, that's a bad line. Dipped in too early on that curve. I think this is the curve where I've scraped pegs before. Yeah, this is it. My first time on this curve on this bike. I think we the pegs are probably a little hard to scrape on this bike than my previous bike was the Ninja, and I don't think I've ever scraped a peg on that because the pegs were higher up than on the little cruiser. So gas mileage, I think now that it's fully broken in, is the ride back from the tail of the Dragon, it got up to 70. So it I guess likes the off and on the gas, but slower speeds, 45 to 55, more than just my commute to work. The way there, I usually do 60 to 65, and it is, it's usually kind of dark out, so I take the 2-lane road. Both got 2 different lanes, go in one direction. On the way to work, it's kind of dark and I can pass. Once it gets lighter earlier, I'll take the fun road, which is the way I take on the way home from work. It's just a lot curvier. I might get better gas mileage because I'm going a little slower. This, 55-ish. So the gas mileage is fantastic. I'm very much enjoying getting 60 miles a gallon when gas is over $4 a gallon. I did notice this morning, it was this morning, that there was one gas station that was just under $4. And I said, woohoo! That's like still super expensive. It was $60 to fill up my wife's car the other day. She's got a Honda Pilot that's on its last limb. I don't know if that's the right saying. It's going to be needing replacement soon. But we're gonna ride it till it's dead. We have very much enjoyed not having a car payment. So it was one of the things when I got this bike, I was not going to debt for it. So that's why it took me so long to get it, because I had to save up. And I don't know if you ever tried to save money for anything, something always comes up. So I get to the point like, a couple of months away, I think we'll be getting it, and something happens, and I gotta pull money out of the savings for the bike. But we're saving up to get a truck. We have a little pop-up camper, and all the kids are old now, so we don't need as much passenger room space. But holy cow, trucks are expensive. Buy 3 more motorcycles at least. see, anything else new with the bike? No. I did find a great tree to park under at work. Doesn't offer any shade, but does offer teeny tiny bird poops all over it. So I'm hoping that's temporary, because I try not to take up a parking spot for a car. It's a school parking lot, so like there's the only people that are parking there that work there really, but I get there pretty early, so I don't want to waste like a close-up spot. So I usually park in this little triangle spot that is not a parking place, or under this little tree. It used to be a handicap parking spot, but they put a little ramp going up to the sidewalk, so now it's next to the handicap parking space, and I just pull it to the back so I'm not in the way of the ramp. So I'm not wasting any parking spaces for anybody, which I think is very nice of me. I do not know if everyone else agrees. They might think I'm a jerk parking in spots that aren't spots. But, or like, you know, you go to Walmart and you park in the very front where it's like those crisscross patterns, where it's, you know, not parking areas, and you park there so you don't waste a spot. I wonder if people like think you're a douche for parking there, or like, oh, thanks for not wasting a spot. Let's see, plans for the future. Next weekend I'm not totally decided yet if I'm taking the bike out or if I'm just gonna take the car. I'm gonna go camping one night, because over spring break I'm gonna hike the Foothills Trail in South Carolina, and I just want to. It's been I guess since last summer since I've been out hiking and backpacking. I just want to make sure I got all my stuff ready, because once you're out there, I mean, you can get off trail, but I just really like that little, I don't know what that is, why it's that little Western motif thing. It's funny. But once you get it, you can get off trail, but I'd rather not. So my plan is just to start at one side and walk the whole thing and be done. But, okay. So this weekend, or I guess, yeah, this coming up weekend, I'm gonna go just do a one night, make sure I got everything. And what makes me nervous is I can't take the bike to where I'm camping at, because they have a parking area and then you walk a little bit and there's a whole bunch of campsites and you just pick one you want. It's in the national forest, so it's free, and you know, it's kind of far out there, so I don't think people be like, let's just check this lot and see if there's anything we could steal. Like, it's a good little drive out there. So I really want to take the bike, since I'm not going to be hiking real far, and I can set up my camp and just leave my gear at the camp. There's a couple little hikes to waterfalls. I want to get what are they called? Luggage, you know, basically. I can't think of the word. Anyway, saddlebags, I guess. Or that just a cruiser thing. I don't know. I don't know things. But I want to get that kind of stuff so I can start doing some moto camping. Because I really like motorcycles and I really like camping, so why not start doing that? I live pretty close to the some national forests. So it's not like it's expensive. My wife is not gonna go out with me next weekend or to the Foothills Trail. She is not a fan of sleeping in the woods. Or I sleep in a hammock. Or hanging from a tree. Or not bathing for a week. Like, all of those things I kind of like. Not that I enjoy not bathing. Well, I don't mind it. I don't mind stinking. Nope. Even people walking ignore my waves. I'm used to Harleys ignoring me. Heck, half the time I went, like, you know, you don't know, I don't know if you know, but I usually even wave at scooters, and half the time they don't even wave at me. Alright, this is what I'm looking for right here. This is there it is. The Chattooga River. Let's see. I'll go this way. It is a popular kayaking place. There's a hiking trail. Puppies. There's a hiking trail right here. Starts up here, heads down there. Yeah, let's check it out. Parking brake. Oh. All right. So let's walk down that trail. I think I've camped there a couple of times, but we'll walk down that trail, show you the river from over the bridge, and then the Sluice, which is a kayaking place. Alright, I'll be quick. I'm gonna be quick because this road behind me is loud and non-stop. But there's right here is a place to put in kayaks. I think come here and hang out and swim. But this is the Chattooga River. That's where I walked down from. I was coming up this road, and there's some stairs I walked down. That's where the river continues on. I don't know how quick this water is here, but my plan is this summer to start doing some river kayaking. Usually I just do like slow water or lake kayaking. There's a trail here. We'll walk down it. Yeah, the Chattooga River Trail. I think it's like 10 miles. It just goes out for 10 miles and joins up with some other trails, but it's a nice trail. I think this is the trail I injured my knees on because I don't know how far I could hike in a day, and so So I think I went about 8. He's like, oh, I feel pretty good. So I'm just gonna keep on going. And then after 10, I set up my hammock and just rested. And went to pack it all up to go back. And it's like just incredible pain. And I had to walk 10 miles back, limp 10 miles back basically. Ever since then, I've had to wear a knee brace. So, thanks a lot, Chattooga River Trail. Alright, I'm gonna go back across this bridge. And there's at the end of this, there's some stairs right there. Walk back up those stairs to the parking lot. And walk down the trail to show you this really cool section. Show you this really cool section of the Chattooga River. This is it. The Chattooga River access. Got a bathroom. Oh, that's the bathroom. It's relatively decent, I guess. Toilets don't flush, but they have toilet paper. Step above pooping in the woods. And there's down this little trail, and it's paved, it's short. You turn right for the Bull Sluice, you turn left for the beach. All for the low price of nothing. Alright, this is where I came from. I walked through here. This is Bull Run Sluice. The kayakers over here. I guess they just went through it. I don't know if they're gonna go back up it. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I've never actually seen kayakers here. And it looks like a couple kayakers that are ready to go through it. Go down it before. Right, just a little walk from the Bull Sluice, a little beach area. This is really neat. The water's pretty quick moving, but shallow, so you're not allowed to have like inflatables here. People still bring them because the water, you get too far out, the water quickly takes you under the bridge. But on the other side of the river is the trail, the Chattooga River Trail. But this is just a nice way to spend the day.